Hello, everybody. This is Gerald Salenti, and it's Thursday, June 5th, 2025. And another wild trip in the world, day after day. Never seen anything like this. Makes me sad. I got to write about this and read about it every day, particularly the slaughter of the Palestinian people. And again, hardly doing anything about it around the world to stop it. But anyway, on to the markets. The Dow, let's see, it was down a little bit, and a lot going on between Trump and Musk. They're calling each other out. And what happened to Tesla's stocks today? They were down only 14% after President Donald Trump said he was, quote, very disappointed in CEO Elon Musk. Musk responded and said that post on X, without me, Trump would have lost the election. So there's a feud going on, and it ain't good. And Trump called Musk crazy and signaled that he might cut his company's government contracts. Yep. And then what else? The labor market numbers. Whole article in your Trends Journal this week about it. Before the numbers came out, great by Gregory Mannarino, the numbers stink. And the jobs that are being created, as we've been writing, and Mannarino agrees with us, the jobs that are being created are low paying. They're in the healthcare sector, service sector, retail, restaurants, paying nothing. Hospitality sector. So the people of Slavelandia are getting poorer, and as we note in the Trends Journal, the millionaires and billionaires, multi-millionaires, the multi, because $1 million ain't enough to retire on today. The multi-millionaires and the billionaires are all getting richer in Slavelandia. Up at their heads, 2.0 coming around. What else? Let's see. The Dow dropped 128 points. And the NASDAQ lost almost 1%. The S&P fell 0.6%. The labor market, jobless claims for last week came in at nearly 250,000. It's an increase of about 8,000 from the week before. And what else? They write in that that comes, this is from the way CNBC wrote it, a day after an estimate of private sector payrolls rose by just 37,000 jobs in May. They expected the Dow, the street, 110,000 jobs. So here's the numbers. Construction spending fell in April. Factory orders fell more than expected. Private sector hiring loses steam. The service sector activity declines. All right? And it's global. In Asia, factory output is slowing. And then we heard the Fed head yesterday. The Beige Book report cites declining growth, rising prices, and slow hiring. We're going to go into dragflation, declining economic growth and rising inflation. And talking about inflation, again, you go to shadow stats, the inflation numbers are way higher than what they're producing. And this is from the Wall Street Journal. You ready? Today. Doubts raised on accuracy of recent inflation data. They're firing a lot of people in this Doge thing, and they were doing a shitty job before, and they're doing a lousy job now. They're guessing prices. They're guessing. So this is serious. And what had we been saying in the Trends Journal now since Trump got elected? That when he gets into office, he's going to force the Fed to lower interest rates. That's right. He did it before, and he'll do it again. Again, he did it back in 2018 when the Dow had its worst December since the Great Depression. The Fed head Jerome Powell came in January, boop, lowered interest rates. So now, an article, Trump says too late, Powell must lower interest rates after weak ADP job. ADP number out, too late, Powell must lower the rate. Trump put on his social media, truth social media. How about bullshit social media? Again, they're going to lower interest rates. The lower interest rates go, the death of the dollar has already begun. The dollar, again, the dollar's going down week after week after week. It'll go down lower. The world has had enough of the United States geopolitical and socioeconomic hegemony. They want to get rid of the dollar. So the dollar, interest rates go down, the dollar goes down, inflation goes up, and gold prices go up. Gold was down some $20 today, but still in a what is it selling for? $3,357 as the markets are still open as we went on the air. And a Bitcoin went down some 3%. It's in a 102,000 range, 102,000 range. And Brent crude still hanging in there at $65 a barrel, but we'll talk more about that. Germany is buying electric cars, but not Tesla. So Musk has hurt himself by doing what he's done, supporting Trump, and now they're on the outs with each other. And Musk doesn't need Trump, and Trump doesn't need Musk. And I agree with him. Musk helped Trump get elected, unquestionably. And again, like Trump, hate Trump, for him, against, it's what is. It's not what you want. Anyway, that's the way we see it, or the way I see it. You ready? Meta is going nuclear to power its AI plants. Oh, nuclear power plants, huh? Yeah. Hey, but Iran can't have any nuclear power plants. They're not allowed to. But hey, Meta and anybody else, Israel, they all can build all they want. Meta aims to create ads fully through AI. Yep. AI, we own you. That's the way it is. That's the future. And then you read an article, Godfather of AI said the latest models are lying to users. That's a story in the Financial Times. Again, it's a lie. We have an article that's coming out. When we write an article, and I ask my assistant, put it into chat. Chat, so you can't speak like that. That's not right. No, you can't do that. You have to do it like this. Yep. AI, we own you. As I said, they got it wrong in the King James Bible. The meek have not inherited the earth. The geeks have. Little geeks of nothing. Little ballless, ugly pieces of synthetic shit. Right there for everybody to swallow. And again, subscribe to the Trends Journal. The more subscribers we have, the more people will find the truth. And we're helping you prepare, prevail, and prosper like no other magazine in the world for the grand total of about $2.59 a week. Nothing. So we're giving you everything. You ready? More office space is being removed and added for the first time in at least 25 years, CNBC. Oh, no kidding. You mean the office building bust that we've been warning about? Oh, they're converting them. No, a lot of them can't be converted. The buildings built within the last 50 years are not convertible to residential. They're demolishing them. It's not coming back. Not coming back. And then one after another. Sanofi to buy U.S. drug maker. Snowflake to buy startup. Private equity backed data site buys market intelligence company Grata. Chart Industries merge with Flowserve. One after another. Week after week, we put it in the Trends Journal. The big's getting bigger. And we'll also have articles in the Trends Journal you're not going to find anyplace else. All the businesses that are going out of business that they're not talking about. All the jobs that are being lost that they're not talking about. And high-paying jobs. And across the spectrum. We've been doing 100 weeks, well over, like 150 weeks, giving you this. So if you want the facts and not the bullshit, you subscribe to the Trends Journal. So this is from antiwar.com. Israel forces kill 95 Palestinians in Gaza in the last 24 hours. And nobody gives a shit. Israeli forces have killed or wounded over 600 people at aid centers in the past week. Israel forces Gazans south to live in unsanitary and dangerous sliver of land. Isn't that nice? Genocide in front of everybody's eyes and no outrage. No outrage. Matter of fact, not only no outrage, the United States forms a minority of one in blocking a UN Security Council resolution demanding a permanent ceasefire to Gaza and favoring a complete Israeli withdrawal from the coastal sliver that is in tatters for some 20 months of a genocidal Israel war. The resolution was put to a vote on Wednesday, calling for an immediate, unconditional, and permanent ceasefire at the UN. The American veto went up against affirmative votes by all of the Council's other members, namely 14 countries, but not the United States. Keep that genocide going. Keep that genocide going. And we're stealing your money. You shithead taxpayers, we're giving the money to Israel with bombs and bullets and planes to keep the slaughter going. So you don't do anything. You don't fight against this. Because if you do, we'll get you the fuck out of this country, or maybe we'll blow your brains out. How about that? Where's the outrage? Look what they're doing to these people in front of everybody's eyes. And the United States vetoes a ceasefire. I remember the bullshit ceasefire crap that was coming out last week? Oh, they're coming with Witkoff jerk off, Witkoff fuck off. Oh yeah, they made a deal. No, they didn't. They said they want a permanent ceasefire. Oh, how about Israel breaking the ceasefire in March and keeping the slaughter going? Broken. They want a permanent ceasefire. No, you can't have a permanent ceasefire. Just give the rest of the hostages back that we really don't give a fuck about, but bring them back, and then we're going to ramp up the war again as soon as we get back what we want. Yep. Death toll rises as Israel bombs Gaza Strip. Yep. This is the crap coming from the U.S. Ambassador, Dottie Shea. Quote, the United States has been clear. We would not support any measure that fails to condemn Hamas and does not call for Hamas to disarm and leave Gaza. Yep. No permanent ceasefire. And Heil Hitler. You know, the German, they like this. They like this. Because they're the Holocaust. They only killed, And what about the Operation Barbarossa, where they killed over 25 million Russians? So they like this too. This is from Middle East Monitor. Germany vows to continue sending arms to Israel. German Foreign Minister, Johann, what a piece of shit, pledged additional arms deliveries to Israel on Wednesday. Yep. Germany will continue to support the state of Israel, including with arms deliveries, he said. Yep. Oh, the Green Party supports it too. Green Party. How about coward colored party? Disgusting. The approved exports include a broad range of military equipment, including weapons, systems, ammunition, radar, and communication devices. And Mertz, well, you cover your Trends Journal, right? Yeah. Like World War I and World War II. Germany ramping up defense for World War III. Heil Merz. The article goes on, this is from the Financial Times, that the initiatives come in addition to a massive debt-funded public spending plan of more than $1 trillion to modernize Germany's armed forces. Oh, is it built up there? Modernize their $1 trillion, and now he's going to give the big corporations $46 billion worth of tax breaks so the bigs could get richer. He's going to Trump way. Again, the facts. Trump's tax cuts in 2017, according to the Tax Policy Center, 64% got all the benefits. EU clears joint venture to develop fighter jets. Isn't that nice? Another Financial Times article. Fighter jets. All this money they're spending on defense, totally wasteful. New millennium warfare. You're not going to need any of this stuff. It's going to be nuclear annihilation, drone, high-tech warfare. This is a lot of bullshit that's only enriching their buddies in the military-industrial complex. And keeping war going. No peace. You're not allowed to talk about peace. You're a piece of shit if you talk about peace. Nationwide coordinated retail crime crackdown results in hundreds of arrests, authorities say. This is a CNBC article. They go on to say, retailers reported a 93% more shoplifting incidents on average in 2023 compared to 2019. Okay. When the COVID war broke out and they locked down everything and destroyed the lives and livelihoods of billions of people around the planet, I said, when people lose everything and have nothing left to lose, they lose it. And they've lost it. It's a whole different world. But nobody talks about this. Nobody talks about it. There wasn't a pandemic. It was a lockdown brought to you by politicians. Again, the World Health Organization called it a pandemic on March 11th, 2020. Remember, it breaks out in January 2020. On Chinese Lunar New Year, the year of the rat. January, February, March, 4,219 people died at 8 billion, and they call it a pandemic. This thing, the damage it's done is incalculable. Incalculable. Yep. Iran's leader rejects offer for U.S. deal. Iran's supreme leader effectively rejected a U.S. proposal that allows temporary uranium enrichment in the country before ending it completely. Yep. You're not allowed to enrich uranium. Oh, but wait, if Tesla's building nuclear plants and pulling nuclear plants, you're not allowed to? Remember, just as I said these ceasefire talks that they were promoting were bullshit, I said the Iran deal was bullshit from the beginning. And they're using this as an excuse to accelerate the war against Iran, and that's exactly what's happening. And Netanyahu's going to expand it, and the United States is going to support it. And it's going to be devastating. Devastating. Again, 91 million Iranians versus 7 million Jewish people in Israel. Iran is very advanced scientifically, militarily, and technologically. But again, Israel says if they lose, they go with the Samson option, S-A-M-S-O-N. Yep. They go nuclear. Oh, they're allowed to have nuclear weapons, by the way. They got between 200 to 400 of them. And a couple of articles here of interest. And this one's in the toilet paper. The Wall Street Journal. Big inaugural donors reap benefits in D.C. Yep. Remember, this is Wall Street Journal saying this. Bitcoin goes all in on MAGA and Make America Great Again, shedding its libertarian slant. Again, as we said, when Trump got into office, that's from the Wall Street Journal. It's all about money. As they say, money talks, bullshit walks. And the money's talking. It's talking loud and clear for everybody to hear. All the people that donated, not all of them, a load of them have donated, one after another, got breaks already from the government. They talk about Pilgrim's Pride, yep. $5 million they got. And in April, the Brazilian parent company, JBS, received government approval for a U.S. stock listing that it had long sought. And it goes on and on. And with the Bitcoin, same thing. We're very bullish on it. You know, it's a little down now, but it's still way up there. And again, as George Carlin said, it's one big club and you ain't in it. So thanks for tuning in. And again, do everything to support us because we're supporting you. Subscribe to the Trends Journal and get history before it happens. Thank you.